There's an outbreak of the coronavirus in the Johnson County Jail right now after testing all but 9 inmates. The sheriff there confirming 127 people testing positive. That's close to half of its population because most jails are not doing testing. It's not clear if the problem is unique to Johnson County. The sheriff said there's not testing in other facilities. Let's see what he had to say.
We're looking at everything that we can do. I've had the health department from the state try to educate the inmates. It's a different person to go tell them, this is how you take care of yourself. This is how you manage your hygiene.
Now, the sheriff said that none of the inmates who tested positive had any medical complications. The sheriff says all inmate and staff have also now received masks. Now, because of things like this and a bunch of other stories we've been hearing, a coalition of statewide activists are demanding action in local state prisons, and they're gathering tomorrow for what they're calling car rallies as they're trying to be heard. And Debbie Fish is a member of Hope for Prisoners, and she joins us this morning with some of her concerns and to talk a little bit more about these rallies. Good morning, Debbie. So much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to start by telling folks you're a retired teacher and a principal, and you go to a church that's very much into helping get out the information for prisoners. Let's talk first a little bit about what you are seeing and what is the number one thing that you want people to know.
Well, there's a whole new urgency right now with COVID-19, and the first thing we are concerned about is that there was a delay by the Department of Corrections to implement the precautions that were already mandated for the state. So that really put a lot of them at risk. And that's our first big concern, that they have the masks, that they have the sanitation. And I think the residents are doing everything they can to protect themselves. But in those tight quarters, that's really difficult.
There are many organizations around the country, and the Attorney General, William Barr, at the federal level, has said to clear out for nonviolent prisoners, get them out to make the population smaller. I know that that is a concern for you, that you believe that that is not being done adequately enough, or maybe at all.
Correct. And so we're really pushing towards early release for those who just have 1 year left, who are over 65, or who have some medical issues already, because they are the most at risk. So we are starting some letter writing campaigns to prosecutors, and we'll keep pushing on that.
I want to jump in here because we did offer the Department of Correction to come on. We gave them 4 minutes of time as well. They declined to come on because we want to, I know that someone's going to say, well, you're only showing one side, but we have given them the opportunity to come on and talk. I want to make sure that that's key. We've also been getting a lot of pictures and a lot of information about people complaining and talking a lot about the food that they're being served, things like rotten food, things with mice droppings in it. What are you hearing as far as what is being served right now?
Well, with my connections with people around the state who have loved ones there, they have heard that they've only had 3 to 4 hot meals since April 15th, 1 month from today, and that the sack lunches are meager and they're just not sufficient. And some residents have refused to even take those because they don't want to get sicker on that and then not know if that's part of COVID-19 as well.
Debbie, there's always, you know, I can hear the phone ringing, and I know that there's going to be somebody that says, too bad. You're a prisoner, you did a crime, we don't care. What do you say?
Well, we are all bound together in humanity, and we cannot forget those who are residents that we've put there. We belong in a greater whole, and we are diminished when others are humiliated and diminished. And my Unitarian Universalist Church of Bloomington, the reason we have social justice groups is to work for these marginalized people and be their voice. So our hashtag for this weekend is Be Their Voice, IN for Indiana, so that we can speak for them.
I know we're out of time. We're going to put the information on these 2 car rallies, these prison car rallies, Saturday, tomorrow, 2 o'clock, one of them at Pendleton Correctional Facility. And I know you guys have more information on how you're kind of gathering up and then what you'll be doing. We'll put that at fox59.com also to make sure people know if that's something they want to do, that they're able to join you and do that. Thank you for educating us on your opinion on what you think is happening. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely, right?
Thank you.